I saw a tweet today saying if I'm on social media a lot, it means my mental is going crazy. I'm paraphrasing it hard, but that's how I feel. Honestly, my intention to even be on YouTube was never to come into monetization fast or urgently or anything like that, because YouTube was the source I had to video journal somewhere. I needed a place to full length talk because I talk a lot. All the parts on all the other social media sites weren't doing it, so that's what it really was about. Then it became a love of just simply journaling myself. That's just what it's gonna come back to. It started becoming a thing where I was like, oh, I need to make use of this channel by, I need to teach something. I need to because I love teaching and I love learning, though if I'm forcing it, it just doesn't feel good or natural. I like to randomly come into my tangent lesson type videos naturally on its own. Like my last one, the overindulgence one, I like that kind of flow. I also like keeping up with myself monthly and viewing myself like this because I do notice a huge difference between each month. Keeping up with myself like this is amazing. I have been sitting here though, just not really fully knowing what to say. Another reason why I haven't posted too much in August, even though I'm much more situated, is just because, not to complain at all, but my days have been mundane. They've been very regular. It's been kind of like quiet type home days I've been craving and missing for years. There's nothing to complain about. There was a moment where I felt like I was going a little bit crazy yesterday, where I was like, okay, I'm repeating the same days, oh my gosh. But then today came a realization. I was like, I need to make the most of them though, because that just means I'm in for a crazy ride soon. When it's stagnant like this and quiet, I'm always, that just seems the flow of life in general. I'm grateful for where I am and still get to be. There's just a slight fear about my passport because it is going to expire really soon. I don't have a place to go back to in Canada, which is a fear, though I'm going to just do my best and see what happens along the ride. My heart opening up so much. I feel a lot of flow around me, and I continue to stay in my daily practices to keep inviting the flow. I just finished that nice egg cleanse, which I haven't done since May. I try to do it once a month. I do them so often because of how much my life has changed. It also has shown me through the variations of life where I don't want to think, oh, people are jealous of me, people are envious, but I used to live the life where I was envious of who I am now. That's where my understanding of that behavior comes from. Is understandable, and I don't want to hold them to it now because people change, but I've been around energies and people where, they don't want the best for people like me, who like to simply share their stories and kind of end up making, something out of it. They don't like that. I know it's nothing personal to me. It's nothing like that, but energy is energy, and I like to protect myself. I like to cleanse myself. I do daily cleanses every day in the shower. I talk with the water. I connect with the water. I like to connect with elements as much as I can. When it comes to tapping in, I love to connect with my tarot cards, as last month has shown. I don't want to show that I do practice all the time, but I might as well. I feel like they will end up changing someday or another, or take shape in a different way, so I might as well document. I still have the rest of the week. Who's complaining? Who's pressuring me? As for this little constant in my life, I'm just so grateful I have at least grounding things like this that I can bring everywhere. I will not leave this behind in anywhere that I go to, because this is just my constant of childhood, and it just always brings me back of comfort of my inner child. It's just really exciting. I also have been tapping in a lot with my inner child because of the people I've been around. I've been around a little one who just naturally I'll connect inner child with. I love to smile and laugh with them. They're just such a pure soul. I've been yearning to be around, and I'm really glad to be around such innocence. With the person I'm staying with, I'm really grateful to be connecting the way we are, because we also bring out our inner children within each other. We play around a lot, we laugh a lot together. We've also had some interesting, mirroring, reflective conversations. This is really not to compare at all. I just don't know another spectrum on how to share this part, but I actually want to be around people no matter what. And this is not to say like if they're gonna hurt me, I still want to be around them. Like there's that boundary. Like no, this person's not trying to hurt me or anything like that. Though I am not gonna force awareness, consciousness, spirituality, all of that onto them. Not like I have with other people, but I felt like I held such a strong barrier with other people where I was like, no, you won't ever understand me because I'm this way. And I felt like that was a block in itself after. Like I noticed that now. I couldn't see it as it was then. Now I'm not gonna force it, but I also want to coexist in such a like open way. This is hoping to increase my own open-mindedness and like what I feel like I'm learning here a lot is unconditional love. There just seems a good opportunity to learn that here. I don't have an expectation of what our connection is or is becoming or what the outcome could be or anything like that. Like I am truly finally in a healthy state for myself where I can coexist with people, but I'm not attached to, okay, they're my friend, they're my best friend, they're my lover. Like it's not going any which way. So certainly it's just, let's just see. You know, it's still really early. We still have so much to understand if we want to even go that far, because when I see it from the situation in itself, I am here as with a huge generous heart of theirs, just as a place to stay in my meantime. Like that's still what my situation is. This is still my in-between. I think that's why it's hard to understand where this connection is gonna go, because there's a time limit and it's interesting. It's interesting, but we'll see how things are. Other than that, I'm grateful for my present. I'm grateful I get to do my routine normally here in a safe, comfy place.
Mosquitoes are so pissed that they can't get us.
Call upon me, and I shall serve. I know I need to get my corn back.
I need to figure out who I am outside of you.
This isn't no, it's just me right now.
Have somewhere inside you must still love me.
We came to
No!
I woke up at 4:30 to pee really bad, and I haven't slept since. I just laid there and I was like, I can't go back to sleep. So I started doing some work, and that didn't necessarily keep me up or anything, but I just didn't feel tired. So I was like, okay, you know what, maybe my phone did wake me up, but ultimately I was like, I've been asking how to wake up earlier. My discipline for my routine is okay when it comes to timing. I want to have my morning routine done way before I start work, but lately I do my routine in between my working, and I usually do that whenever I do enter a new place because I'm trying to understand my flow here. It's hard going along the schedule of other people. I think I'm trying to work well with myself, and when the sun started coming up, I was like, you know what, I might as well do what I've been wanting to do for a while, and I feel amazing already. I feel like I came back to myself. I feel a balance. Yesterday I cried. Well, the bank took the money again and I'm crying again. It's just annoying because I cry every time they take money, and it sucks because I truly don't want to be surprised every time, but I think I am. I truly am, because I just feel like I'm at this place where I finally have opportunity to save a lot and well, because I don't have to pay for rent or anything here. But every time they take it, it's whenever I anticipate like groceries. It was tough dealing with that bank stuff, only because it's such a trigger for me. It's a constant trigger. Then when the person here I'm staying with mentioned Mercury retrograde, something just clicked. Damn, Mercury retrograde. Not only were my devices and internet acting up hard yesterday, but then that happened, and I realized even how I feel about when the bank takes my money, it doesn't even feel as strong when I talk in the narratives of, oh, why does this shit keep happening to me? Oh, why do they keep taking money whenever I feel like I need it? Blah. Those don't even sound true to me either. I'm evolving a lot better, or not better, but I'm evolving a lot more with ease. It's really refreshing to watch myself go through. Regarding with the bank stuff, it's such a curious thought, because when I was at the spa, my money would come in, and this is still Eastern Standard Time, like in Toronto and here. When I was at the spa, I would receive my money at nighttime. Like, I would get paid between 9 p.m. to midnight. It would help me transfer the money from my TD to my coho, which would help me pay for the spa the next day. So I kept doing that. Then when I moved here, I started getting paid during bank hours, and during bank hours, whenever my account is over $100, creditors take the rest, no matter how much it is. I get in a little frenzy because my bills can't be paid on time because of it. I was anticipating where my money was gonna go this time, and now I have to delay that plan. Where I was planning to put the money was towards an Airbnb for a collab. Like, I'm planning to, it's a reinvestment of some sort. Now I'm trying to take it as, okay, I'm not meant to put money aside for that just yet, not now. I feel in a rush sometimes being here, because this is a good opportunity for me to collab in a way I've wanted to for years. The creators I've been picky to collab with, this person I'm staying with fits my ideal aesthetic so much, so I really want that to work out for me. I really want to make something of it. I wanted to read my journal entry today with alignment and energetic support of Venus. I felt it was beautiful to share. Sometimes when I don't have something specific that I'm trying to manifest or think of in that moment, I do kind of try to say feelings, but more of timeless. I don't know. I wrote, I have an abundance of soulmates. Each one brings unique love in giving and receiving, all amazing mirrors and beings. There are so many facets to love. Keeping an open mind and heart allows me to experience many varying ways. I'm sweating while being out here. I release control over how I think connections are meant to go. I am releasing how I want things my way. Fear of abandonment and inconsistency becomes smaller the more action I take in making myself feel comforted and worthy. I love myself so much. I love my angels, ancestors, gods, goddesses, mystics. I'm so honored to live this life and evolve the way I have. I am excited to lead others out of mental prisons and find internal oasis all are meant to experience.
Laughter and smiles are optimistic body magic. Dancing is healing. The way I have brought all those with simple peace and flow into my life has been life-changing. Venus, support me through the peace I bring. And then at the bottom I wrote, I am grateful for my pui pui because I was hugging her. I'm grateful for cuddles and affection. I am grateful for my soulmate. I am grateful for my body, mind, spirituality, and soul. I didn't film anything yesterday because I spent all day with a little one and I wanted to give them my full attention. I wanted to just be in the present with them and also still maintain my workflow. I am gonna make sure I spend and really value the time I have with myself today. I feel really low, actually. I'm out here first thing, about to take my bowl. Since yesterday, I started this thing inspired by Alina on YouTube. I have been writing my notes down again like I used to, like first thoughts on my phone or just on the laptop, but I type it out because in my physical journal, I like to write in law of assumption. I feel like it adds so much more power, but when I'm just straight rambling, I want it to just be typing because it doesn't attach so much emotion to it. I feel like when I'm taking the time to write down, I get really more emotionally into it, but if I'm typing, it's more like I can rant easier, and which is something I want to do because I have so many of those kind of thoughts that want to come out in the morning, especially with how I've been feeling this week. I'm grateful to be here. It's starting to seem like time and time again I'm just not considered for emotionally when it comes to our actual interpersonal relationship. I'm starting to feel like the mask is slipping. I don't want to fucking say it like that, but that's all I can feel because through online, I felt a different energy. Yet now here with them, it's different. And I'm starting to think, great, I bothered another shadow. Great, I bothered someone else's inner demons again, and now I'm getting the effects of it. It's not as bad as every other place I've been to, and it's probably because of how much I've changed within too, so I don't react the same, and these don't hurt the same. Yet I know what it feels like and looks like wanted somewhere. I know what it feels like when I'm in the way. And sometimes I guess it could be self-sabotage when I feel like I'm in the way, but now I'm starting to truly feel like I am. A part of me is a little bit, I'm back to kind of feeling the fear. I think it's because I'm about to hit the unknown again, so fear is starting. I don't know how I'm gonna leave here. I don't know where I'm gonna go, but I just know I'm ready to go. It's not to say like one thing happened and I want to abandon this situation altogether. It's been kind of a series of things. It's been nice and reflective for me to get to know myself through the mirroring that's happened here. I truly have learned more about my pride and more about, releasing control of connections, and I'm grateful for those. I'm also learning to maintain unconditional love, but I also realize I can do that from afar. It's starting to hurt me more than I am excited to be here. That's usually another tell of when I might be leaving, because now there's resistance when there wasn't much before. It's unfortunate because I really wanted something to work here, not just for me to stay, but for a lot of things. None of it happened, which, I don't want to say it as an ultimatum that it's never gonna happen, but at this point I don't really see how anything would change regarding our connection specifically. I'm just in a position where I have to think about that person, and I always have to think about the other person, and that doesn't happen back to me. So I feel like I'm about to transition again. I'm open and excited for new adventure. I don't feel scared of where I don't know where I'm gonna go. I feel like by this point I'm just like, I know how it feels on the inside when I'm about to go somewhere. I know how it feels when I'm starting not to get along in an environment. Here we go again.
If there's one thing about me, it's every time I get hurt or feel hurt, I put in double for myself. Double effort, double love. So I'm gonna start working out. I just bought myself a new yoga mat. And we're gonna work out.
Lightly with your knees bent and swing your dumbbells. Make sure you do it in a controlled motion and don't.
I'm going to have a great rest of the month. I'm going to have a great rest of the night. There was a TikToker, astrologist, reminding me that above like the full moon energies, we had 2 full moons in August with a powerful new moon in the middle. There's a lot of releasing, surrendering, flow, calling energy. If there's resistance here, that just means we're growing apart. That just means we're slowly, energetically unaligning. You know, when I came here, we were aligned. Now, we aren't aligned. Whenever I'm not in alignment with people, there's just so much tension. There's so much uncomfy feelings. There's so much unspoken things. And there's only so much I can say. There's only so much I can initiate for conversation. At one point, you kind of just let things completely be. There's also a theme surrounding this Pisces full moon coming up about coming into complete acceptance for what is. That's literally the essence and power of Pisces, just the actual flow. I'm just gonna try to remain as positive and grateful. It's not like I'm not talking to this person, like we are still in constant communication. It's just not the communication I want. The connection we have is not the connection I desire, unfortunately. Like, it's just so, it feels one-sided. It feels really one-sided. And that's just what it is. Like, if that's, can't do anything about that. I can't make people want to get to know me. I can't make people try to see my value or light if they can't. And it's not gonna be personal to me, you know. I just wish I was more or surrounded by people of like minds. I'm not thinking it'll never happen. I think after each transition, at one point of my healing, I just expected to kind of be around people who are spiritual like me, who want to increase their awareness and want to increase the light in this world. I just know I meant to go wherever I am. I meant to show the hearts of wherever I go, wherever I am. And I feel I have done that here. I'm still going to enjoy each day as it comes. I don't know when my last day will be, but it's going to be vibes, and I'll be ready for it. Thank you so much for watching this rest of the video. Thank you for watching these monthly updates. If this is your first one, welcome, 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 welcome. I definitely like to journal my 1 week of each month because of just how different they all are. Anyways, enjoy the sounds of the cicadas. Sweet dreams.